Hello everyone, this is Angel Esquivel here, and today I'm going to be reviewing a bunch of movies that I have seen of February 2026. So, without further ado, let's get to the reviews. So, the first week, we started off with some really terrible movies, and the last one happened to be really okay at best. But the first one that I'll be reviewing is got to be the worst film of February 2026, and that is The Strangers Chapter 3. The first one was so bad, it made me skip out on the second one. But last month, there was nothing else to watch, so I was like, I'm going to go give this movie a watch. And yeah, it was really bad. There were, and honestly, and and the funny thing is, like, since I haven't watched the chapter 2, I actually just don't know what was going on. But until after that movie, I actually went to watch chapter 2 after watching chapter 3. And so I was like, okay, I understand it now, but then again, it's like it doesn't do justice. It's like okay, even if I watched it, it doesn't make it any good. It's just really bad. Honestly, the franchise should have just been left alone as like the first film, like especially The Strangers Prey at Night. I don't know why that one exists. Yeah, for some reason that exists, and now we got the reboot or remake of The Strangers, which is like, again, bad. Any positives? Well, the kill scenes, those were the good ones. I just don't like how we have to explore their backstory. Like, I don't want to know their backstories. Like, I think that's what makes it good. The first film good is that we don't know who these guys are, and it's like, in fact, these can be anyone. But now that we know, it's like, okay, now it just kind of, it's like it kind of defeats the purpose of like making them strangers, But yeah, in the end, this movie gets a 1 out of 10. Next up, we got Dracula. Surprisingly, this one is not bad, but then again, it's like I feel like it could have been better, And what caught my attention to watch this movie is that it started the guy who played the Nazi from Inglourious Basterds. I don't even know this guy's name, but yet he is a really good actor. And also the guy who directed The Fifth Element, Lucy, and other movies. Like, he's also like one of my favorite directors. I actually made me wanted to go see that movie too. But this was probably not his best work. It's very low budget. I think it's funny because this movie did had some plot holes. Like there was one scene where because they're supposed to be vampires and they're supposed to be like, oh, like sunlight cannot work on them, but yet, and there's one scene where a vampire is walking in daylight. It's like, wait a minute, she's this is a female vampire I'm talking about, and it's like, wait a minute, she doesn't like sunlight, but yet she's in the middle of the day. Like, this is really, I think someone must have forgot about that when they were writing it. But then again, we got better vampire movies out there. We got the Nosferatu, which is the best vampire movie, and also one of the 1990s Dracula movie, which is also a really good one. It's all on Netflix, I think. I don't even know if it's there anymore. But yeah, this movie gets a 6 out of 10. It's average, but I don't think I will be rewatching this anytime soon. The second week, I started off with like a really good film too. It was Crime 101. This is actually a really good film. I love the action sequences and the performances from the actors. But what I do find it like a bit funny is that just because they have award-winning actors, it doesn't really gonna make it entirely good. But then again, it was a really enjoyable film. It was really, really good to watch it on the IMAX. And then again, the only disappointing part about this movie is that it didn't really, like, the ending, I didn't really get it. Like, it actually felt like really confusing. But I mean, I won't say detail, but people who have seen the movie, I mean, if you guys knew, like, you can let me know, like, because I honestly don't know what the ending really meant, and I just felt confused. And also, there was times where like I was kind of like checking on my phone and just like looking around, like I was a bit distracted, so I think it was, and it wasn't mainly the action sequence. I think the action sequences were the ones that caught my attention, but most of the time it was just dialoguing. And it's just like, okay, I'm kind of a little bored. But overall, it's still a good movie. So this movie does get a 7 out of 10. In the comment section, I know, well, like, I don't know if I'm going to get any comments since I'm not that popular. You guys are probably going to be like, whoa, why did you watch this movie? You're a guy. That's gay. You're not supposed to watch that. It's Wuthering Heights. That's right. I admit it. I watched Wuthering Heights alone. And here's a reason why I watched it. Like, before I talk about my good and bads about the movie, the second trailer, well, you gotta admit, the second trailer was really good. It felt like an epic movie, even though it wasn't intentionally to be an epic movie because it's just a love movie, like a romance movie. The trailer got me invested. You know, the song playing, and it's like the way it was edited. I'm like, look, I know this is gonna be a bait and switch, but I'm like, okay, but yet I win in either way. Okay, but back to my review. The performances were really good. I think Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie did really good performances, as well as the other side characters. And my issue with this movie is that, obviously, as a chick flick, it's going to be very cringy at times. Like, I think a movie like this, it's best if you have like maybe if you probably watched it alone. Actually, no, that's kind of sad if I say that. No, it's more like if you had like maybe like a girl with you, like if you probably watched it, because I don't know, if you watched it alone as a man or like me, that's just kind of sad, you know. Man, I don't know why I'm admitting this, but yeah. And or if you're just watching this with other people, it might feel really uncomfortable watching this. So I mean, it's not entirely. I mean, and also I've never read the book. I know this is based on a book. Never read it, and I'm not going to even care about reading it. I know there's some controversy going around with it, but I don't care about that. But the movie overall, like, it's not entirely bad in my opinion. But then again, it's not like something I'm gonna watch again, you know, because I think I've already known enough. So this movie gets a 5 out of 10. Third week, we start off a really good movie and might be the best February movie of 2026. And don't worry, I will get to that later. It's How to Make a Killing. But it's also made by A24, which A24 makes a lot of good movies. They make good movies, they make boring movies, they make scary movies, they make anything. But this one was actually really entertaining. I was surprisingly to find out how funny this movie was, and even the death sequences were really funny. I also liked how they went like back and forth to like the funeral, to the killing, then back to the funeral. It's a really good story, and I really like the performances from like each of the actors from the movie. So, I mean, I don't know if it's in theaters, but I do I recommend it a watch. So, the only downside is the ending, but then again, it kind of makes sense to the context of the story, you know. But I won't say it but you're gonna have to figure out why. You know, you gotta watch the movie to know. But yeah, I recommend it to watch this movie. So I give this movie an 8 out of 10. And also, like The Strangers, we also had another terrible horror film of February, and that is Psycho Killer. That was written by the guy who made Seven. You would think, the guy who written Seven might make this one good, but I mean, the thing is, like, I enjoyed it at some times, but then again, it's like it's just gonna be another forgettable slasher, like Hard Eyes, even though that kind of contradicts the fact that I kind of remember it, but not for a good reason. It's about a satanic psycho killer killing people all for the name of the devil. So, original. Yeah, we got that in Seven. The only difference is that this one tries to act like it goes deep, but in fact it doesn't. And in fact, Seven and Longlegs, when it came to the whole like detectives like solving these satanic killings, like those two movies actually go deep and they do a better job. This one, like, they try to make a slasher, like a very popular one. It's not gonna work. And also when I found out, you know what's interesting? In the trailer, I noticed that they never showed any promotions of like who's distributing this movie. And then, but when I went to the movie, then when I saw 20th Century Studios, I was like, oh, I see. This is a Disney horror film. This is not going to be good. And I was kind of right. It's not really good. And at first I enjoyed it, but then again, the more I think about it, like it's like as you think about it, it's not going to be good anymore. The only thing that was good is the song from the end credits, Machine of the Void by Three Teeth, featuring Mick Gordon. Thanks to that movie, I would say, thanks to that movie, it introduced me to that song. I don't know what's with bad movies having good songs, while good movies have terrible songs. For example, I'm gonna get off topic, but Brightburn was a really good movie, but then it was ruined when they had that Billie Eilish song. I was like, you guys, okay, now you just fucked it up with that. Same with Psycho Killer. It was bad. It's like a piece of shit, while the song that you chose was like the cherry on top. But I like that song, but back to the movie, it's just really bad. So, but it's not as bad as The Strangers Chapter 3, I can tell you that. This movie, I give it a 3 out of 10. Week 4, the last movie of February 2026. Remember, do you guys remember that one joke from Family Guy where Peter Griffin says, like, guys, I just want to let you all know, I do not care about The Godfather. Like, you guys probably remember that old joke from Family Guy. Well, same applies here. I never cared about the Scream franchise. It's like one of those franchises that exists for some reason. It may have worked in the first film, but then they had to keep making more and more Scream movies, the seventh one. But here's the thing. This movie is not, then again, it's not bad, but it's just average. It's just really average. It doesn't really catch my interests. The kill scenes were okay. Some of the characters, what I don't like about the Scream movies, what they're doing now is that they have this millennial writing. Like, they're hiring a bunch of millennials, and they're basically trying to depict how Gen Zs speak. This really bothers me, and this movie has a lot of this. Oh yeah, and they also have this plot twist, which is really stupid. About in the future they use this now. It's like, okay, so you brought these characters back, but it turns out it's not these characters. It was all fake. Yeah, I'm kind of spoiling it because that's how bad it is. I mean, not the movie, but the twist itself. Oh yeah, and also another thing that bothers me, and look, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but this actress right here that I'm pointing out right now, she's a good actress. But my God, Hollywood, you don't have to keep reusing her. I'm pretty sure there's other actresses that can play that role and it will be the same. You don't have to have her there all the time. But this year we have her in Scream 7. They're going to have her in The Hunger Games, which I'm not going to watch either way. I don't even know shit about The Hunger Games. Young Sheldon, Ghostbusters, some other rom-com movie. Like, guy, come on. Don't use her all the time. I mean, it's nothing wrong. I mean, actually, she's a really good actress. She is. But come on, you don't have to have her in every movie because she's almost like another version of Pedro Pascal. Then again, Pedro Pascal, he's also in this movie. He's also in this movie, and this movie, and this movie. Like, I think that was like that since last year. So yeah, that was one of my issues with that movie too. So, overall, this movie gets a 7 out of 10. I mean, it's average. It's not bad. It's really, it's like, if you guys love slashers, I recommend it to watch. And if you like this actress, go, then that's fine, I mean, I'm not saying I hate her. I actually like her performance. She's a really good actress. I know I said that a bunch of times. But come on, Hollywood. Get someone else. Stop using her. I'm pretty sure she's exhausted. Come on. But yeah, Scream, 7 out of 10. In conclusion, February 2026 was probably not the best year for movies. I realize that. And I love movies. But these movies did not make me feel like I wanted to watch them. But then again, I have a hobby of watching movies, and I still watch them, and also I want to review them. There is this legend in the movie mythology, or should I say the theater mythology, that July happens to be the worst month for movies. That's actually not true. In fact, Iron Lung, Send Help, Primate, and what else? I had a list here. 28 Years Later, Bone Temple. Those were the best year. Those were like good movies for January. February. But these movies of February were really, like, they were kind of mid and really bad. Most of them were just really mid. The only good one out of this was How to Make a Killing. This was probably like the best out of all of them. But then again, it's probably like not the best out of like from last July. I feel like these movies should have been in January, while the last movies from last January should have been here. I think that would have made sense. Because I feel like they switched. But yeah, February, not a good month for movies. Meanwhile, this month, where you are gonna get The Bride and Hoppers, and also other movies like what was it called? It's like that movie with another A24 movie, Undertone. Yeah, that one really catches my attention. Like, these ones look like, okay, maybe the movies are gonna build up, and also He-Man's gonna come out. I think I probably gotta research it. So to end this off, I'm just gonna rank these movies from like worst to best movies of February 2026. So starting at number 7, the worst film of February, The Strangers Chapter 3. Puh. Just puh. Number 6, Psycho Killer. Really bad. Number 5, Wuthering Heights. Very cringy. Very cringy. Number 4, Dracula. I've seen better. And number 3, Scream. Never cared about it. Number 2, Crime 101. Really good, but then again, boring at times. I won't remember it. Probably, I don't know. And number 1, How to Make a Killing. Finally, a good movie, but not better as the last from the last 2 months. But then again, it's a really good movie. It's probably like the best one out of all of them. Okay, well, that is my review and ranking of all movies from February 2026. So make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon up there, and make sure to follow me on my Instagram, Thunderstruck1810. And I know, then again, I haven't been posting ever since on my Instagram. I'm still new at it, and I don't know, I just don't know what to post other than my movie reviews. You know what? So I don't have to wait for like a whole month. I'm deciding to just review like 2 movies a week, so I can actually start like, having you guys engaged on my videos. Because I noticed that it's sort of like I noticed that it's kind of like a bad strategy, and I should change it a bit. And for the 9 viewers who have watched my videos, thank you. that's still enough for me to actually keep going to make my videos. Even though I didn't get any comments, no likes, I don't even know if I got a dislike, but then again, I still have that attraction to my video. So for my 9 viewers, thank you so much. Well, this is Angel Esquivel here, and as always,
may I please have the water?
Sir, please you need to stop. There are children.
Please.